Welcome to live chat number 8, MMA Chat Breakdown. Dan Littlefield, Bill Schumer, Rob Holloman.
Peace.
Peace. The last fight didn't fare so well for me, everyone. My picks were terrible. 4-7. Rob was, what, 5-6? Bill with 4 and...
6, man. I won. Took the belt home. 6-5.
Sorry.
I was 5-6?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
No commenters beat me.
Yeah, I was 4-7, 5-6, 6-5.
Wow, I sucked.
Yeah,
what the hell? I thought I at least had a winning record for that card.
It put me up quite a few, too.
It did. It jumped you up 6 above me.
That's right.
So I guess that guy that said that Bill's head and toes above us.
I'm telling you,
I guess he was right on. Huh?
He called
Sucks about his $400.
Yeah, that he was so sure.
Oh, yeah, he bet some money on... who did he bet on?
Brian Stann.
Oh, yeah.
He was so sure that Brian Stann
White
was going to be the...
I don't know if he was sure he was going to win as much as it was good odds.
Yeah, he was more of an odds guy.
Brian Stann didn't win that fight, by the way.
No.
No.
I didn't know.
He got one good punch in, and it did hurt him, but, I mean, he recovered.
You said Dana White said he did, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, he didn't, though.
Yeah.
You see Brian Stan's face afterwards? Holy shit.
Yeah. A lot of people...
I didn't watch the
marked up pretty good.
You know, I don't really like Michael Bisping. I never really have. But, I mean, you got to give the guy credit. I mean, people count him out so much, and I don't know why everyone's got to count the guy out that much.
I've been saying that
He's been knocked out by fucking Dan Henderson, who knocks out fucking shit tons of people.
And it was just so nasty.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was a nasty knockout, so people remember it so well.
Like Forrest Griffin, everybody thinks he sucks now. Why? Because Anderson Silva made him look like a child.
Yeah. But, I mean, Dan Henderson's knocked out so many people. There's no shame in getting knocked out by Dan Henderson.
None whatsoever.
He touches pretty much almost anybody on the chin.
Nobody wants to get knocked out.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like Bisping's been getting knocked out by tons of people. Oh, he's got a glass jaw. He doesn't have a glass jaw.
No, he was taking some punches from Vanderlei after that.
Yeah. And he got hit good by Stann because he was wobbled.
He got rocked, if there would have been 20 more seconds.
Yeah, he was wobbled.
Maybe he loses.
But he wins.
I don't even think that won him the round, though.
No, the judge had 29-28, 29-28.
Yeah, they all had it, so they gave it to him anyway. But I didn't see it. I thought Bisping won every round.
I think he won every round too. You can't win a round off one punch. I don't think, unless it's a knockout.
Unless it's the only punch of the round or something.
Well, if he would have knocked him down and got on top and just been beating the shit out of him for a minute, had 20 seconds in, you could take it. If there wasn't much action at the beginning.
How boring was the Matt
But that's
Hamill
not what
fight?
happened. So
how boring was
that Matt Hamill fight?
Did you expect different?
Oh my God.
No, but it just why did he come out of retirement again? I didn't see why on Saturday. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, why did he come out of retirement?
I told you, man.
Well, we know.
Oh, he did say, didn't
he? Said,
I didn't watch none of that shit. I've been.
He
busy.
said something. I can't fucking. His dad wanted him to keep fighting or some shit.
Matt Hamill said that.
Yeah.
That is, I'm sorry, but his dad was.
Yeah, he's
retarded.
gonna get hurt.
That was a boring ass fight.
It was very boring.
I wonder if they even sign him again.
They'll have to. I think
nobody's got a.
Dana White
can't be a
him.
good draw. He's boring.
Dana White loves him. He's like a deaf fighter. You know? If he keeps winning,
covers their equal opportunity employer status.
It makes it look like an inspirational story. The dude had a movie made about him, and Rich Franklin starred in it. Rich Franklin.
He didn't star in it, though. He had a little part at the beginning.
Well, the point is, Rich Franklin's a bigger fighter and a bigger star than Matt Hamill will ever be.
Is he going to fight again?
But
he's fighting Cung Lee. Is that still happening?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm pretty sure I saw it on UFC.
Well, one of them probably get hurt, but other than that.
I'm going to give it up to John Jones, though, in that fight for not tapping out to that armbar. Right. That was nasty. And
I thought it was done.
I did, too. I thought it was over. And after the fight, he looked really shooken up. He was, the way he was leaning.
He didn't even fight in the second round, really.
I thought he could have been playing it off like it was a little worse than it was, except that he was kind of shaking in his jaw.
He was shaking.
It was almost like that shock was kicking in.
Yeah, he looked like he was a mess, dude. Like that arm was killing him. He was leaning over. He was all bent down, and
I didn't see any results.
He dug in on the first round, did a lot of damage on the ground after he got out, but in the second round he didn't do shit. Yeah, and I think that's when he was like really realizing what the fuck was happening.
His arm was probably really tightening up and hurting him. Just.
But I mean,
it was deep. That was a deep armbar.
You got to really give it to him.
Was deep.
You got to give it to him because he submitted Vitor Belfort with using that arm that was damaged after going through all that shit in the fourth round, and Vitor had only been submitted one other time before that. So
I give it up to him for sure. And like John Jones said, I was just waiting for it to break. I wasn't going to tap out. So I mean that shows You know, the guys, he can... You know.
It was strong.
I'm going to go on record and say Ronda Rousey would have broke his arm, though. But, you know.
I think Rob over there is in love with Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey would have...
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Ronda Rousey would have beat his ass. That's what I want to see next. Ronda Rousey versus John Jones.
Oh, wow.
Little size difference.
Yeah, maybe. A little bit.
Yeah,
maybe
145 to 205, about 5'6" to
you never know.
6'4".
John Jones might want to go one-on-one Ronda Rousey.
Maybe in a different way.
Right.
In a different kind of ring.
In his Bentley. Driving drunk.
What about Cub Swanson? This big knockout of the highly touted Charles
Who
Oliveira.
picked him?
Bill did.
Fucking Cub Swanson.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome.
He fucking
I think I helped talk you into that pick.
That's right. And I kind of wanted to back out.
He had like a delayed reaction knockout.
After the weigh-ins, man. He looked so much smaller than Oliveira at the weigh-ins. And
he had like a delayed reaction knockout. The dude's like, oh, I'm okay.
How awesome was that?
That was crazy.
Was that knockout of the night?
Yeah,
it should have been.
It was, yeah.
Yes, for sure.
I think Jones shouldn't have got submission of the night.
No, he went to that other guy that did that. I can't remember his name, but he did a real nice triangle to armbar transition.
Yeah,
John Jones won the
Brazilian guy.
Submission of the night,
though, yeah.
Vinny.
Yeah, he didn't deserve it. I mean,
yeah, the Vinny.
The reason why
it was Igor Pokrajak.
It wasn't the submission of the night for one. Two, you know that other guy ain't getting paid nearly what John Jones is getting paid.
Yeah,
John Jones don't
need
that extra money as much as
Nike,
that other dude does.
Hook him up.
Yeah,
Rampage said that in that interview.
Oh, did
you see that Rampage interview with Ariel Helwani? You gotta watch it. You have to look that up and watch it. It was Ariel Helwani.
It's like an hour long.
Yeah, hour and 15 minutes. But
I watched like 15 minutes of it.
Made me a Rampage fan again.
Rampage only got one fight.
You know, he actually talked and told some stories and was like down to earth, not just a character the whole time. You know, pretty sweet.
He wasn't
sponsored by Polar Pop.
Best interview I've seen all year by far. By far.
Really?
Since his
I gotta watch
since Ariel's like backstage.
I'm not gonna watch it, Rob says.
I said now I gotta watch it.
Oh, I thought you said I'm not gonna watch it.
No, I gotta watch it now.
I was like, Rob's like, no.
Yeah.
So what else with the card that was stood out?
It was a good,
of course,
card.
obviously, Demitrious Johnson.
The prelims outdid the main card because Hamill fucked it up, kind of. But
I loved the Demitrious Johnson fight.
Yeah, I like the. I don't understand the crowd booing as much.
I don't know either.
Canada. That's where it was, right? Canada last time?
Man.
Yeah, Canada.
Some people, I think, just don't like the little guys.
Seriously, what is your problem, Canada? That fight was amazing. Those guys were quick, technical.
Right, but check it out.
And
you've been to a live fight
at
a UFC. You might have been a lot closer because there wasn't as many people there. Picture being back like at a hockey game, watching the hockey from where you would normally fucking watch it, right? And you got two little bitty tiny motherfuckers throwing as fast as they were throwing and doing the things that they were doing that you barely seen on camera from that far away.
Yeah,
and
it
then
probably looked like
think you even know what they're doing.
Fighting.
Yeah, you can't even see.
That's like the size
they're
of
throwing 3 punches. It looks like they just walked up and walked back. They're not seeing it. I mean, there was shit I barely saw on camera.
Yeah.
Demitrious Johnson's fast as fuck.
Yeah, he is.
You know?
All right, I'll lay off you a little bit, Canada.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know what, though? That fucking
how many people were in that stadium?
Was deep as shit. I thought he was done. I thought he was going to get choked. What was that, the 4th round or something?
Yeah.
Man.
It was a fucking good fight.
Yeah, I thought he was done, man. The fact that he got out of that and then turned it around and took him down, some shit, man. I cannot believe that they gave any of the rounds to Benevidez. Just couldn't see it, but they did. And it was a split decision. Fucking no way it was a split decision. Whoever gave that fight...
I can't remember how I judged it.
48, 47, 47, 48, 49, 46.
What was the score for the one that gave it to Benevidez?
48, 47.
Gonna have to be the 48, 47. I can't see it being. It doesn't show who. I mean, if you look at it, the 48, 47 had to go to Benevidez because the 47, 48 had to go towards Demitrious Johnson, and the 49.
I'd have to watch it again.
Ridiculous. There's no way that judge could possibly explain how he gave 3 rounds to Benevidez. Ever. There's no way Benevidez won 3 rounds. 1 round, maybe. You could say, okay, he maybe won that round where he got the guillotine, he got the punch in. What other round did he win? He didn't even come close to winning any of those other rounds. And honestly, I don't even think he won the round where he got the guillotine.
Maybe the judges had a problem seeing him, too.
Maybe the judges on drugs.
He kept doing this little thing where he would step out of the way of the punch and stick him.
I think the athletic commission should start drug testing the judges. That's what they need to do.
Something.
NFL needs new refs.
They need to be educated.
Man.
Need more fighters going into it.
Speaking of educated, what about Big John McCarthy?
Yeah.
Man, that dude was awesome.
He was.
Yeah, he's always been the best.
Man. Exactly.
He is, but that was some awesome shit.
Dana White says, "Herb Dean,
get your fingers down out of his face."
Yeah, he kept nailing John Jones for putting his finger in his face, and then like he crawled up on Vitor. Vitor tried to kick him. He's like, "You want to play the game?" That shit was awesome.
That was nice.
Yeah.
I think he almost connected because Jones got scared.
That would have been hilarious.
He got up. He wanted to block his face, so he's pulling his hands up, and then he gets confused, so he pulls them both up because he's got a block, but he gets scared, and then he almost got caught coming up because Vitor threw a head kick like he was standing up.
When he walked out, like at the beginning of the fight,
when he crawled out, yeah.
Like John Jones would have just sat there. He probably would have just missed him.
So what's up with that? He's crawled out. He's crawled out on every fight he's recently, except for the one against Rashad. Was he worried that Rashad was going to do something different than the other fighters? I don't understand.
I just think it's been against the fighters. He's afraid of getting caught in like a rush or a big shot from, like the Rampage. He didn't want to get a big shot.
Well,
from
he
Rampage,
just said recently he thought Rashad was his toughest fight.
Yeah, but his toughest fight doesn't mean he's worried about a strike, though.
He win 5 rounds.
Yeah, he wasn't worried about the big. He wasn't worried about the big strike to knock him out from Rashad like he was Rampage. And you can't say Rashad Evans has the same knockout power as Rampage because he doesn't. And the same thing to be said with Vitor. You can't say that he has the same knockout power as Vitor Belfort either because Vitor Belfort has extremely fast hands and powerful punches.
So
But he wasn't using it. He didn't look that fast.
No, but that's the whole reason he crawled out, though, is because he wanted to avoid that, typical style where Vitor Belfort rushes across the ring and pounds you in the face real quickly.
I don't think Vitor had any plan to do that
at
all.
I think John Jones thought he was going to, because that's why he came out like that.
What do you think, though? Do you think that Vitor Belfort was gassed, that his rib was hurt, like he said, broken or cracked or whatever? Or do you think that his plan all along was to go to his back and try to submit John Jones? Because he was.
I think he's
pulling guard like 7 times or something.
Even him before the fight said, everybody has this problem with standing behind him and not getting in his face and not doing something.
Back to the cage, yeah.
Yeah, and then he does it.
Yeah.
He falls into that. It's harder to get in on him than you think. And you get stuck, and then what does he got to do? He's sitting back, he doesn't know what to do. So if he can get a hold of him, might as well go to the jiu-jitsu.
So you don't think
it's awfully hard to simulate fighting against a guy with an 84-inch reach?
Do you think, though, that his rib was really hurt, or do you think it was just an excuse? Because he did go down from a kick to the stomach. It wasn't even to the...
To the 84?
It was like to the solar plexus.
And John Jones 84?
I thought Struve was 84.5.
Struve was 84.5, yeah.
Jones should have the longest reach.
Let's find out what exactly. Maybe it was 87, but I thought it was 84 also.
I'm just saying that... Do you think that Vitor had a cracked rib, or do you think it was an excuse, or do you think that he really planned to do guard that much? I mean, it worked, but...
I don't think he had a cracked rib.
Think it was an excuse?
John Jones is 84.5 also, just like...
tied for the longest.
Yeah, well, maybe it's for that weight class at 205. Oh. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar had a really long reach.
What, 6 inches shorter? 7 inches shorter?
Yeah. Stephan Struve's a tall dude.
Fuck.
6'11". Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, who can beat John Jones?
Who's next?
He wants to fight Dan Henderson.
Dan Henderson's what it sounds like.
But how long till he comes back?
I don't know. I mean, if he thought he could fight on that knee, I mean, if he could sit out for a little while.
He said he wouldn't be ready till like the end of the year, I think.
And that's fine though.
But Jones may not be ready now.
Yeah, he's got a 45-day medical suspension, or was it 15-day?
No, it's indefinite.
That's right, indefinite. That's right.
He had to show an X-ray.
Yeah, he has to get an X-ray of his arm.
X-ray or MRI?
Why wouldn't you get an X-ray like right away?
I know. I don't. Get that.
Like that same night, like Hey, I'm going to go to the emergency room and check my arm out.
It's actually they say that the reason that he waited is because he wanted to go to New England and watch his brother, Chandler Jones, who was drafted in the first round by the New England Patriots as defensive end, and his other brother was playing in that game. So John Jones' 2 brothers both play in the NFL. And on Sunday, he was flying back in a hurry to make the game from Canada to make the game.
You can't say John Jones ain't tough then tough out all that pain.
He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go
see a doctor.
What kind of family is that though? You got one guy who's a light heavyweight defending champion, dominating everyone, and you got two kids who are NFL players. They're not hurting for money these days, are they?
I don't think he fucked it up too bad. It's just stretched out.
They said it could be nerve damage.
Yeah, I don't
could be.
Because he said it was the way it was tingling, and like you said, he was shaking. He looked like he was about to be sick.
Yeah, he didn't look good in his second round, that's for sure.
Was he?
I mean, he still won the second round, but he didn't do much.
He dominated the whole fight again.
It was exciting, man, because I really thought.
I was shocked. I was pulling for Vitor, but I didn't expect him to really do anything.
Did you see how they advertised the Anderson Silva Bonner fight?
No.
I didn't see it.
It was like, God, I wish I could play a clip without it, like, getting me copyright issues.
We need sign.
It was like, bam, the greatest champion, and then the American Psycho goes through his thing. It says 2 things can happen: a spectacular knockout or a historic upset. And then that was like it. And it's like, okay, so they're saying that he's either knocking him the fuck out or Bonner wins. You know what I mean? Is what it is. That's kind of, I don't know. I think Anderson can win a decision.
I mean, yeah. I can
why Bonner can take some punishment.
He could submit him. He could do all kinds of things.
Only way it's going to submission is Stephan Bonner gets in a good position.
Has Bonner
Anderson
ever
Silva win however he wants to win that.
Has Bonner ever been TKO'd or KO'd? I mean, I don't know.
Oh, if he hasn't, then that's what's going to happen. However he wants to win, he's going to win.
He might, Bonner might.
I don't see him wanting to make it a 5-round fight.
It's a 3-round fight.
Tell me how the fuck Bonner can win that fight. Tell me.
Accident?
He can't.
By accident?
Like Rio Chonin style?
Yes. Fucking flying scissor heel hook.
Well, not that Bonner would do that, but, I mean, you never know. I mean,
he's
some weird submission that nobody expects.
What do you want to know about him, if he's ever been submitted?
Has he ever been TKO'd or knocked out?
TKO by cut?
You can't count that.
No, I know. I'm looking. I'm just...
that could probably happen. The dude bleeds like fucking a faucet.
I'll say he has another TKO by bleeding. Cut. Yeah, he's never been. No, his only loss, he lost to Lyoto Machida TKO cut. TKO. Forrest Griffin split decision.
He might lose by cut again, but not in Brazil probably. They probably don't care if he bleed to death in Brazil. Yeah, he's probably going to keep fighting. Yeah,
I think it's going to be a highlight reel. I don't know if he can beat the Forrest fight. I don't know if it gets better than that.
This could be Stephan Bonner's retirement.
We should probably
Bonner's
talk about
probably
this
a little faster than Forrest, don't you think?
I don't know.
Stand up a little better.
They're pretty close to the same, I thought, in speed.
I mean, maybe back in 2005 he might have been faster than Forrest. I thought, but
no. God, Silva's just going to be.
It's going to murder him in my eyes. I mean, it's going to be.
And it's in Brazil. It's
we
so
should
beautiful.
Probably save some of this for 153, though, right?
Fuck it.
I'm
going to have a lot to say about Anderson Silva.
MMA Chat, yo.
Faux show.
So
get with
the
it,
best
Rob.
in the fucking world.
He is the best in the world.
There is no better.
And seeing what happened, I think he beat John Jones.
I still think so.
At this point, I thought he would beat him before, like on the feet, but now I feel like even if he got taken down, he'd beat him.
But it'll never happen. By the time Jones, like Silva declines, he'll get out. I
can see Dan's like, no. You don't think he could beat John Jones, do you?
I don't know. With what I saw from this fight, it would be a lot different. Because if it went to the ground now, I still, like I said, I don't know if it could. It'd have to be. I don't know.
I think Vitor could have still submitted John Jones, but his mistake was he tried for a triangle off his back, like with 10 seconds left in the round. He should have saved that for like the near the middle of the second or the third round. That way Jones got kind of complacent, thinking he's it's over. I was only one time, and then throw that triangle up. You can't. How's he going to submit somebody with like 10 seconds left?
Trying to win the round, maybe.
Did he realize
the fight? The thing is,
I don't remember the moment. Did he try it before he had the 10-second warning? Did he have maybe thought it was longer on the clock?
He should have saved that shit.
What I mean? Yeah, but a lot of times when you're down there, you're going. You see something, you go for it. You know what I mean? If you see the opportunity to snatch something, you go for it real quickly. You know what I mean? If you get him real deep, maybe he'll tap. Maybe you got 10, 12, 13 seconds left.
Well, they say it takes 6 seconds to put somebody out with a triangle. And they said that on the UFC Breakdown. Check out that channel if you haven't watched. It's cool shit. Takes 6 seconds to make somebody go to sleep with a triangle. It's like 10 seconds left on the clock. He hadn't had it got completely locked in yet. So, I mean, by the time he got it locked in, there ain't even going to be enough time to make him submit.
He don't have the clock in front of his face, though. That's my point. He doesn't always know when that time is going to be.
Yeah, but you hear that.
He should have saved that shit.
He probably did it to try to win the round.
John Jones was prepared for it after that, you know? I mean, he did try for an omoplata, but, I mean, that's, like, impossible to get. Has anybody ever done an omoplata in the UFC?
I don't think so.
I mean, I know Nick Diaz did one in, like, Dream or something, but, you know, I've never heard of anybody doing an omoplata, like, at least completing one in the UFC, so... I mean, it's probably happened. Someone's going to say, you dumb motherfucker, they did it on this fight, and I'll be wrong, but... Whatever. I'm already an idiot for fucking saying... What did I say? Oh, I said Vitor had the least chance of winning.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I was an idiot. I was wrong.
Yeah, he did pretty good. If Anderson Silva fought him, though, and it hit the ground, it'd be because John Jones took him down.
Right, but...
Anderson's not going to go to the ground.
Does John Jones get submitted now? Because it looks like he's kind of...
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if John Jones would want to go to the ground with Anderson Silva with the way
he's going to want to go to the ground.
Yeah, after he gets fucking punched in the face.
Anderson will hit him. Dude, Vitor was blasting him. Rashad's hit him. Get the fuck out of here. Anderson can get him.
This is why Anderson would hit him, is because when Jones tried to pull that distance shit, he's just going to move his head out of the way and fucking counter him.
Right, and he does all the moves that Anderson Silva's been doing. He's doing them now. He throws those front kicks, the fucking knee kicks, all that shit. Anderson does that. He knows that shit's coming.
Anderson wouldn't sit there and get...
Yeah, he's not going to stand in front of him. He's going to be jumping around, and John Jones ain't never faced nobody like that. He's going to get confused with Anderson Silva if he had to fight him. It won't happen.
No, the fight's probably not going to happen.
He's got too much experience. Jones has only been training for like 5 years.
I'm not even sure that Anderson Silva GSP will happen.
Anderson Silva's been winning in the UFC for as long as John Jones has even trained MMA. You know? So when he wins, it's because he got good and Anderson started declining. And Jones could be better than him at one point, just not now.
Yeah. I think by the time it matters, Anderson's going to be retired probably. I mean, it's going to be, what, 38?
Yeah. He says he wants to fight for 6 more years.
What?
That's what he said.
That's right, the 44. Is that like...
Fuck it.
How old was...
That's not true.
How old was Randy Couture when he retired? Is he trying to...
48, 47?
48? Holy shit.
Something.
Wow.
He won't do it. I think he wants to fight Bonner, and then he wants GSP. Is really all he wants. If he beats GSP, I could see him just like walking away at that point.
Yeah, you know, I don't think GSP's going to fight him, though. I think GSP's going to lose to Condit.
That fight won't be as exciting.
Even if he beats Condit, I don't think GSP takes the fight. I still say that.
GSP says he's going to come back with all new striking, and he's going to show his striking game again. I think it's all a load of shit. I think that if he comes back and tries to stand with Condit, he's just going to get fucking knocked out or something. He's training with...
Nah.
No?
Nah.
You don't think Condit can knock him out?
GSP.
You're picking GSP.
I'm probably going to take GSP. How far away is that?
GSP has been... No, it's 154, sure. I think.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's 154.
Shut the fuck up.
I think it's 154.
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, come on, Stack Guy. What the fuck? There's no way it's like next month.
Yep. 154.
GSP hasn't fought in like fucking almost
November
2 years
17th, 2002.
November 17th.
November 17th, Bell Center, Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
When was the last time GSP fought? I bet you it's been more than a year and a half.
I'll tell you right now. Last time George St. Pierre stepped in the ring.
The ring?
A cage, my bad.
You're gonna
April 30th, 2011.
April 30th, 2011. So that's fucking... See, by November, that'll be 1 year, 7 months.
Yep.
So more than a year and a half.
It's like riding a fucking bike, man.
And when was the last time he fought before that?
December 2010.
Holy fuck. The dude's fought twice? It's going to be like 2.5 years or 3 years.
Did he win? He won, right?
Josh
He won every
Koscheck.
time, yeah.
Oh,
and he dominated. And that was after a big layoff.
He dominated a jab.
Who did
Whatever,
he fight?
a jab could dominate Condit.
Who the fuck was his last fight anyway? I can't even remember. It's been so damn long
Who?
ago.
Jake Shields.
Oh, that was a horrible ass fight.
5 rounds decision.
Granted,
5 rounds decision.
He did get poked in the eye pretty good in that fight, but that was a horrible fight. That was a boring fight.
Last time GSP had a fight that was less than 5 rounds was
he's due to lose.
Took back his title.
He's not. He's GSP.
Condit's the natural born killer.
Yeah, he's gonna kill him.
He's gonna knock him out like he did Dong Young Kim. Fucking flying knee to the fucking dome.
I just, you know how he sat there and picked apart, Nick Diaz and jumped around and stuck him.
Oh, you mean
Nick Diaz? Yeah.
He fought him, didn't he?
No, I thought you were talking about GSP still.
Yeah, he jumped around. He's not going to do that to GSP.
Diaz is more elusive than GSP, I think.
I think
style.
It would be smart GSP just take down Condit, but he says he's going to display his striking and
he's going to display it.
It could be all bunch of bullshit, but
Yeah, watch his knees probably still fucked up, and he just wants one more payday, and he's going to come out and get his ass whooped.
It could be that he's just saying he's going to display his striking, he's going to come out and take him down right away. But
no, he's going to win.
He's going to lose, I think.
It's all right, Bill.
He
outclasses us, so who knows?
I like both fighters, honestly, but I just think that in most cases, if you want something to happen, you want to see GSP fight Anderson Silva, and the stars have to align this certain way for it to happen. Shit is not going to align. It's just not going to happen.
Anderson Silva is going to kick GSP's ass if that fight happens.
Well, what does it matter, though? It's going to be the biggest fight in UFC history.
Yeah, I can't see GSP really thinking he can win that fight.
How is that a lose? How can GSP lose that fight? Even if he...
How can he lose it? He's getting knocked the fuck out.
That's not what I mean. Even if he loses the fight, it's like a win-win for him. If he loses to Anderson Silva was the bigger guy. Anderson Silva, is the number one fighter.
Yeah, the best.
Right. Everybody already thinks that.
GSP wants to be the best. He could always be the best with Anderson Silva, and it's the fight that you never got to see.
He can't lose anything in that fight, though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, even he can lose that.
He's already considered
being the baddest motherfucker.
Number 2 already. No one's ever going to consider him number 1 as long as Anderson Silva is undefeated in the UFC. Ever.
That's a good point. Touche. I can see that side of it.
He can't lose it. Yeah, and if he loses, Anderson Silva.
Well, good. Then maybe it will happen because Anderson Silva would fuck him up, and that's fantastic for his resume.
It's a win-win situation for him. If he wins the fight, he's suddenly the number 1 fighter of all time. If he loses, he's still got a fucking huge-ass payday, and he's still the welterweight champion, assuming he beats Condit, which he probably won't. But
this is going to happen.
Yeah, Condit's going to beat him.
Makes a highlight reel off Bonner, beats GSP, and then...
retires?
No.
Then fights John Jones.
Yep.
There we go.
Takes out John Jones and then retires right after that. That way Jones has to fight for the belt with somebody else.
Is that going to take 6 years? I hope not, because that's a long time.
No, it'd be...
Well, he said he wants to fight 6 more years.
Bonner, and then... No, if he did that, if that really happened, he beats GSP, and then just turns around and beats Jones, takes the other belt,
and then goes.
There's no reason to defend that belt.
Then goes up to heavyweight and fights Cormier and loses.
Yeah, that's tough. He has some problems at heavyweight.
All right, let's move on here. No more Anderson Silva talk. I'm getting sick.
That'd be crazy.
Why don't you like Anderson Silva?
I don't know. He's
what is it about him that you don't like?
He's the greatest.
I don't know.
Because he's a pretty humble guy. He's not John Jones.
He's still butthurt from him beating.
But I do think Chael Sonnen's right. I do think the guy really understands and speaks a lot more English than he's letting on.
I would hope so.
You've
been here long enough. Learn it. You make enough of our money. Learn it.
Right.
Okay. So, anything else? Any other news? Bunch of Strikeforce news.
Fucking Strikeforce.
Strikeforce fight canceled.
Bring him
this
to
weekend.
the UFC.
Gilbert Melendez hurt his shoulder. The whole fucking fight card got scrapped this weekend.
That fucked me.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, he was going to lose.
He might have. He looked like he
Melendez Melendez is overrated.
I thought he lost that last fight anyway.
I wouldn't want to fight him personally.
But Zuffa says they're paying on the fighters. What's up with that? They didn't pay all the fighters that 151 got canceled.
Because they want to make John Jones look worse.
That's different. I think it's still a contract thing.
Contract with Strikeforce.
I think it's something to do with Showtime.
Yep. I think if they pay him, it's going to count against them, and they get out of it easier.
They canceled 2 fight cards in 2 months now. Man, so many injuries this year. And Frank Mir got injured. now Daniel Cormier doesn't have an opponent?
I think Werdum, they should. What's going on?
That'd be great.
Werdum said he would. He's open.
He was in the tournament, too. So, I mean,
yeah,
cool.
Fuck it. And it's about the same as Mir. They're close in style to an extent.
So, who wants to fight him? Arlovski wants to fight him.
Werdum and Nelson.
Anybody else? Probably Tim Sylvia, right? Tim Sylvia wants to fight everybody, right?
That man, well, if that guy fights in the UFC again, I will consider.
No, he never will.
I will reconsider watching.
Arlovski was in the tournament too, so that could happen, I guess.
I'll slide on him, but I will not slide on Tim Sylvia if he ever steps into a UFC fucking octagon again.
Like
I'll reconsider watching the sport.
It sounded to me like he's got one more fight in Strikeforce and he can get over into the UFC.
Right.
They'll make that happen. They'll send somebody over there and fight.
But it's like
not a problem.
It's like a curse, you know. He's like stuck there.
No, that's going to be and he says that he would come and drop to 205 to fight Jones.
He said for the right fight.
He said he would fight if it was to fight Jones for the title, he would drop to 205.
He said Jones because I didn't hear him say Jones.
Yep.
I heard him say for the right opponent, which I assumed he meant Jones. Because who else is the right opponent?
Yeah,
Jones, and he's got it, man.
So
let him come crawling out to Cormier. Cormier jump on top of him, and Jones probably never get up.
UFC's done a poll 2 times now,
and that's real.
They did a poll on Fuel, and they did a poll on the post-fight on Fuel. So they did it twice on Fuel. They did it on like UFC Tonight, and they did it on the post-fight 152. And both times they had, who do you want to fight? Who do you want to see fight John Jones next? And the choices were Alexander Gustafsson, Dan Henderson, Lyoto Machida, or Shogun. And in both polls, on 2 different nights, the results were the same. Dan Henderson was the first pick, and Alexander Gustafsson was the second pick.
Yeah, because they've seen the other 2.
Yeah, so.
I'd rather see Machida than Gustafsson right now because you're going to see that anyway.
Yeah.
Machida gets one more chance. And he's dropping to 185 anyway as soon as Anderson retires.
I know everybody's really hyping up Glover Teixeira a lot, but if Glover Teixeira comes out and fucking destroys Maldonado in the first round, do they push him up faster? Do you think he gets moved up? Maybe even gets pushed into that contention much quicker than he would have?
Yeah.
Probably so, yeah.
Yep.
Because they're looking for people for him to fight now, I guess. They're running out of
Rampage still will fight him. Mitrione called him out on that interview.
Who?
Matt Mitrione.
Called who out?
Rampage. They were talking about it, and then Mitrione called into the show. And they were talking shit right there, Rampage and him, going back and forth about how they'd fight. And Rampage said he would fight it, and tried to bet him purses. Not even purses, the entire thing, sponsor money and everything. Winner take all, he said. And Mitrione backed out of that.
Rampage wants to fight Mitrione?
Mitrione wanted to fight Rampage, and Rampage said he would fight him. And so they were like putting it together.
Mitrione seems like he's a hell of a lot bigger than Rampage.
He is. He's a heavyweight, and he's about 250. But Mitrione said he'd fight at a catchweight too, so he had to cut. So they do maybe like a 240. And Rampage says he walks around at 225 or 230 anyway. So
yeah, Rampage said he's gotten up to 250.
Yeah, but that's probably not fighting weight. He'd probably fight at 225. So really, if it was 240, it's not that much of a difference.
He's like a lot taller, though, isn't he? I mean, he looks like he's like about 6'4".
Yeah, he's a bigger guy.
I mean, he's a pretty tall dude.
He's a bigger guy. He kept calling him little guy and shit. It was pretty funny.
And is that on that same?
Yeah, it's all in that.
I gotta watch that.
It was pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
Look it up for real.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was tight.
Matt Mitrione is 6'3".
And what's
Rampage probably 6 foot? Yeah, probably
8-inch, 82-inch reach.
And he's got a long reach too.
And then Rampage,
I just can't see. He's only got. Why is he saying all this? He only got one fight left. He's not going to re-up his contract.
He was just not backing down, and then was kind of like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, whatever.
Who was that guy? There was a guy, Ariel Helwani. He fought last week, and
Ariel Helwani fought?
No, some guy.
That's what it sounded like.
Ariel Helwani ain't never going to fight, probably. No,
I'll fight Ariel Helwani.
Yeah. Ariel Helwani probably wouldn't even fight you. No, it was a guy that fought last weekend. It was a guy that fought last week and said that he was asking Rampage if he could be an A-Team too.
Oh, yeah, and he said Expendables 2 at first.
Yeah,
Did you notice that on the interview?
Yeah,
he was like, oh, shit, that was Randy Couture.
Yeah.
Oops.
Quentin Ramon Jackson.
They put that on there.
Are they making an A-Team too, for real?
No, he said that they're not. They said that in there too.
I would hope not.
You got to watch that.
Quentin, you know what his middle name is? Ramon.
You just said that.
Ramone Jackson? Did you know that, though?
Hey, Rob,
hell no.
You know what Quentin's middle name is?
Is it Ramon?
Holy shit, he knows. Wow. Could you believe that he would even know that? How do you even know that shit?
Maybe I gave it away.
Goddamn genius. I think we got a new stat guy over here.
Fucking psychic.
Stat guy Rob.
And he's only 6 foot with a 73-inch.
Yeah, I think he would get decimated then. Has Mitrione ever been knocked out?
I don't think so. I don't even think he's lost.
He's lost once. Czech Congo by unanimous decision.
Oh.
Czech hits pretty hard when he hits you.
Yeah, he tried to say he was hurt going into that fight or some shit. But oh well.
Yeah.
Hey, he did beat Kimbo Slice.
Fuck Kimbo
Slice. Hey, that's a big fucking win.
Kimbo Slice is fighting Roy Jones Jr. No, wait a minute. Is it Roy Jones Jr.?
Yeah, I think I heard that too.
Wait a minute, look it up, dude. I don't want to sound like an idiot. Let's see. Is it fucking Roy Jones Jr.?
What? Let me look up Kimbo Slice here.
They were talking about that in that interview too, man.
Were they?
Yeah. Because Rampage said he wanted to box.
Well, they fucking stole all of our material, the motherfuckers.
Right. No, it was a badass interview, man. I like Rampage. I like them again.
I guess since they did it first, we're stealing their material. What the hell? Bunch of shit.
Can't top Ariel Helwani.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to top him.
He's the best, man.
I'd love to have his job.
Outside of Megan Olivi.
Who?
Megan Olivi.
Is that the girl with the curly hair?
No, she's real short. Nice butt.
What?
Yep.
It's not the girl on Fuel.
No, she's, what the fuck is the... Shit. I can't even remember the site she works for, because...
I don't know who you're talking about. There's a girl on Fuel that does, like,
oh, she might do Fuel now. She get picked up.
So, apparently, here's the...
She does some of those, like, behind-the-scenes shits and whatnot.
The lowdown is apparently... it's going to be an exhibition boxing match with Roy Jones Jr.
What the fuck does that mean, exhibition boxing?
Means it don't count for shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't count against your record.
Probably not.
It's a real fight, though, right?
Yes,
yeah, they fight.
I mean, it's...
No, it'll probably count against your record still.
How the fuck is Kimbo Slice going to go fucking 12 rounds when he couldn't go 3 rounds with fucking Houston Alexander?
He either knocks him out in the first or he gets knocked out in the second, right? Or he can get knocked out in the first, I guess. Who gives a fuck? That's boxing.
He's making some money. He's going to make some money.
That's so funny.
That's all it is.
Fuck it.
Well, Kimbo has been boxing and getting hand-fed some dipshits that are taking falls, because I was watching those clips. And,
real falls?
Yeah, like, dude, for real. A couple of those, I mean, they just took
Bob
one hit.
Sapp falls?
Pretty fucking bad, dude, where it was like, man, these guys are just taking dives. They're getting hit by him and just dropping. Like, I know he don't hit that hard. Come on.
Yeah, he's 5-0 apparently in his boxing career.
Yeah. Watch some of those fights sometimes. It's fucking ridiculous.
Man, that was a really sorry-ass fight, him and Houston Alexander. Where they stopped in the middle and fucking both put their hands on their knees and, like, were breathing hard. That shit was hilarious.
They should have just...
Not that I could do better, mind you.
Put him in a ring with some, like,
Somebody from Yahoo says that win, lose, or draw, this is just another liver shot to deliver the legacy of Roy Jones Jr.
I think Josh could beat Kimbo.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Boxing or UFC? Or UFC, MMA?
Both.
Really? Wow.
Both.
I think he definitely could beat him in MMA.
I wish we could set that fight up.
Yeah, if we could
Kimbo, if you're out there, we got somebody for you.
Yeah, that would be a fucking great payday for fucking Josh.
He's got a professional boxing record, so he could...
Yeah, but if he fought Kimbo, that'd be a huge payday for him.
Fucking right, it'd be huge. I mean, I'd rather see MMA. It would be better MMA.
Yeah, he'd submit the shit out of him.
But I think he'd get him in boxing too, because I don't think Kimbo could knock him out.
He could submit him off his back.
Yeah, he'd fuck him up.
That's cool.
Probably knock him out.
Let's talk to Josh. Next time we see him, we'll see if we can get this going.
Yeah, because we have connections with Kimbo, right?
Yeah, we'll start. We'll slam Kimbo all over YouTube.
Make
right, yeah.
Make one of you share a camera with him. We'll bring him on.
Exactly.
All right, we're getting the fuck out of here.
I wonder who's bigger.
Josh is bigger.
Josh is bigger.
Yeah.
Josh is pretty big right now.
Right now, he'd probably have to cut to get the heavyweight.
He's a pretty big dude. Crazy that he used to fight at 205.
Yeah, but he didn't look too good there.
Anyways, we out.
Peace.